The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Yeah, he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
One guarantee I can absolutely make is that all week in preparation, the coach kept telling his team, we're on the road. Don't do anything to bring the crowd into it. And that's exactly what they just did. A bad return, and now the home team crowd, they are fired up.
And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Track 60. Here we go, Shaq.
Throwing to start the drive. Horn. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. You talk about this Falcon defense. Now they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Now, he's got a man, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Isaiah Pacheco with career touchdown number 176, moving him past Emmitt Smith and into 2nd place all time. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Back to throw, Rudolph. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know,
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So first and 10 now from the 30.
79 Broncos. Let's go. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Throwing after the interception. Horn. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Horn. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Operating from the gun, Horn. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You talk about this Rams defense.
They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
From the gun on third down, Horn. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Rudolph. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
These two teams all tied after one. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now Rudolph. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Rice will go in motion left.
Rudolph now to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Buffalo 18. Here we go.
In motion left is Rice. Now it's Rudolph. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Isaiah Pacheco with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Man open is Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
70 range.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
18 raffle. Trap 60.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Rudolph looking to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now back to throw. That's laid out deep for Rice. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He'll drop this off to Pacheco.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Again, it's Rudolph. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
To throw again on second down. Rudolph. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 21 yards away.
And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Throwing to start the drive. Horn. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Operating from the gun. Horn. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
18 rather. Trap 60. Panther 11.
From the gun on third down. Horn. Flush to his right.
The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to lay one up deep.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the pass.
And got his man complete. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
19 Lions.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Go.
Back to throw. Horn. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. After the interception, here's Rudolph. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
Now a 2nd and 10.
60 by 6. 60 by. Let's go now. 60 back.
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way up to the 47-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 47 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards for number 11.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. Because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But it will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
2nd and 9 now. Buying time to his left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and now the Rams have got it, going the other way. He may go. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pick up the yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Rudolph looking to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Rams are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Pacheco is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
Once more, it's Pacheco.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
But they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Here's Rudolph. complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's man. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Horn. He's got his target. That's complete. Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now they'll shift things around.
19 Lions.
They'll run with Robinson. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
No! 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Now it's Rudolph off the bootleg. That's caught by Myers. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time.
First down, Los Angeles.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. Open man right side, Myers. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff now for Pacheco. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco once again. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 78 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Corum. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and a couple. Operating from the gun, Horn. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Hawk 70. Dragon 60. Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll look to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Let's go now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL,